Hi guys, what's up? Hope everyone is fine. My name is Rautullah Khan and I'm here with my group mate Lisa Pokev. Today we're going to explain about economics of scales. What economics of scale is, why companies are getting advantage from economics of scales, and why it's beneficial for the industries and in which way. Economics of scales refers to the phenomena in which firm gets more output with the least possible cost. This concept is basically related to international trade, in which firms try to produce more output with low cost. This means that firm wants to utilize minimum resources allocation but wants to produce more output efficiently. Economics of scales are cost advantage reaped by companies when production becomes efficient. Companies can achieve economics of scales by increasing production and lowering cost. This happens because costs are spreading over a larger number of goods. Cost can be both fixed and variable. The size of the business generally matters when it comes to economics of scales. The larger the business, the more the cost saving. Economics of scales can be both internal and external. Internal economics of scales are based on management decisions, while external ones have to do with outside factors. Understanding of economics of scales. Economics of scales are important concept for any business in an industry and represent the cost saving and competitive advantage larger business have over smaller ones. Most consumers don't understand why a smaller business change more for a similar product sold by a larger company. That's because the cost per unit depends on how much the company produce. Larger companies are able to produce more by spreading the cost of production over a large amount of goods. An industry may also be able to dictate the cost of product if there are a number of different companies producing similar goods within the industry. There are several reasons why economics of scales give rise to lower per unit cost. First, specialization of labor and more integrated technology boosts production volumes. Second, lower per unit cost can come from bulk orders from suppliers, larger advertisement buys, or lower cost of capital. Third, spreading internal function cost across more units produced and sold helps reduce cost. Internal function includes accounting, information technology, marketing. The first two reasons also considered operational efficiencies and synergies. The second two reasons are cited as benefits of mergers and acquisitions. Internal versus external economics of scales. There are two different types of economics of scales. Internal economies are born from within the company. External ones are based on external factors. Internal economics of scales happens when a company cuts off internally and they are unique to that particular firm. This may be the result of the sheer size of a company or because of the decision from the firm's management. Larger companies may be able to achieve internal economics of scales, lowering their cost and rising their production levels because they can buy resource in bulk, have a patent or special technology, or because they can access more capital. External economics of scales, on the other hand, are achieved because of external factors or factors that affect an entire industry. That means no company controls costs on its own. These occurs when there is highly skilled labor pool subsidized or tax reductions and partnerships and joint ventures, anything that can cut out cost to companies in a specific industry. Now, some key points. Economics of scales are cost advantage companies experience when production becomes efficient, as cost can be spread over a large amount of goods. A business size is related to whether it can achieve an economy of scales. Larger companies will have more cost saving and higher production levels. Economies of scales can be both internal and external. Internal economies cause factors within a single company, while external factors affect the entire industry. Limits to economics of scales. Management techniques, technology have been focusing on to economics of scales for decades. Setup costs are lower due to more flexible technology. Equipment is priced more closely to match production capacity, enabling smaller producers such as steak, minimum meals, and craft beers to compete more easily. Outsourcing functional services make costs more similar across businesses of various sizes. These functional services includes accounting, human resource, marketing, treasury, legal, and information technology. Micromanufacturing, hyperlocal manufacturing, and additive manufacturing can lower both setup and production costs. Global trade logistics have contributed to lower costs regardless of the size of the individual plant. In aggregate, the average cost of trade-able goods have been falling in industrial countries since about 1995. Here, some example of economics of scales. Job shops produce more products in a crop, such as shirts with your company logo. A significant element of the cost is the setup in job shops. Larger production runs lower unit cost because the setup cost of designing the logo and creating the silk screen pattern are spread over more shirts. In an assembly factory, per unit costs are reduced by more seamless technology with robots. Whereas a restaurant kitchen is often used to illustrate how economics of scales are limited. More cooks in a small space get into each other way. In economics charts, this has been illustrated with some flavor of U-shaped curves, in which the average cost per unit falls and then rise. Cost rising and as production volume grows is termed the economics of scales. External economics of scales. There are two parts of external economics of scales: economies of concentration. The external economics of scales refer to the phenomena that the more number of firms into the industry pave the way for easiness for the industry as whole, pertaining to benefit of transport, communication, and availability of raw material as well. This also enhanced the availability of financial assistance from the financial institutes as well. It is observed that the increase in the number of firms trigger dependence on firm each other. They rely over the research development of each other. The journal and other sources of research which provide information to the whole country, this lower the cost of individual firms. This two parts of internal of economies, real economies. The real economies of scale are those internal economies that have been linked with decrease in the output factor of production, such as capital and labor. These type of economies scales are labor economies, marketing, technology, as I have discussed earlier. And the other type of internal economics of scale is pecuniary economies. The pecuniary economies are those economies in which the firms in the industry purchase more, the input is low cost. Similarly, in these economies, the concession is borrowing are given to such small firms as well. Economics of scales determine the level of output in an industry, and this leads to the country to enhance its trades with other countries. When the country is experiencing greater economics of scales, then the chances to increase in trades also increases. Some benefits of economics of scales: lowering the fixed cost, increasing the efficiency level, enhance the level of international trade. Economics of scales increases the growth rate as well. Fun. In my opinion, the economics of scales determine the trade level of the country because in the economies of scale, the country firms up for the specialization in the production of goods and services. This specialization has undoubtedly enhanced the production efficiently and trade among the countries. However, the increased economies of scales not only enhance the growth rate of the country but also increase the trade about the country. Hopefully, now you have a understanding of economics of scales and how it works and what the benefit is while using the economies of scale in an industry. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.